When you saw this new cipher, Emma and them did, you understand? And at the end, they say, you know, yo, that other cognate, this is how you spend your budget. And many people felt he was throwing shots at people you were affiliated with. How did you feel?
The answer to that question is, how are you with another brand and taking Hennessy shots?
Okay.
Like, how you taking anything? Bro, truth is, I never really listened to any of those records. I only heard about them. People are talking about them, yes, but I guess that's what it's worth, talkability. I would really pretty much just be... I'm concerned with raising kings and queens than raising dust.
Hi guys, welcome again to Legit.ng. Today we have a special guest in the building. I'm sure a lot of people can recognize the gentleman I have sitting by my left-hand side. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Vector the Viper. Do you used to use the Viper?
Yeah. It's still, people have just changed it from Vector the Viper to Vector. Now I'm expecting them to just say
since they are shortening everything, you're welcome, man. For those who do not know, Vector is a rapper, is an actor.
Yeah.
Actor with quotes. That one just started, but he's been a rapper for...
Are you serious? Well, technically, everybody in Nigeria is acting.
Oh, okay.
We act like everything is okay. We act like we are leaders. We act like...
So, you've not even started already. I already get these quotes, man. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, please, let's give Vector the Viper.
Thank you. You guys are so cool.
So, are you one of those rappers that doesn't write anything down?
No, I would like come and lie. I can't lie now.
So, are you saying people that do that they're lying?
No, I can't freestyle, but I also can't write. Like, I remember having a conversation with General Pipe, because that one, he never writes. And I'm telling him that, he writes for pain now. You don't know, say get things, you say gas, right? Yeah, but you could also have, like, because no offense, like, he's hearing this, I'm like, guy, I'm a better freestyler than you are. I'm badass, but I still write. So, what's your excuse? But he's always going to go there and just freestyle. But then, who am I to judge a person's approach? Okay. No, so... Yeah, but I write as much as I freestyle.
You write as much. Well, you've been around for some time.
Yeah.
So when people they form, how do you? Then maybe you have to work with this person.
I don't know how they form, because when I was working Angeli with Nice, he didn't form. When I was doing Get Down with Two-Face, he didn't form. You get what I mean? So when we start working with people, Two-Face get bouncer, you don't get now.
But people don't read Two-Face get bouncer.
I don't understand. You want to bounce yourself. So for me, it's I don't. But then again, I've stopped judging people, because my new goal is to reach the highest point of selflessness with information. So if you tell me, but when you also go Gberaga, okay, fine. When I meet them and Gberaga, okay, fine. Like, but then I also understand that people lose their minds and get back on it as well. So I don't judge people, but I just feel like it's a waste of energy. Like sitting here, bro, go chop amala for joints there now. Now, I want chop, I like him now. Which of you say I can't form for the amala I get about to you. So I don't know how people do that. But even me too, at the point, I got carried away with the fame. I was believing I was the shit. Hey, bad guy.
So what happened that brought you back to reality?
First of all, you realize that no matter how many women like you, you cannot meet up.
You
know, if you knock all the women won't knock you now, you die now. Number one.
But some men deal with the knack all of them.
Baba, forget. Knacking, only na newspaper. No be reality.
How about if you take Kayamata, all those things?
Alaye. Olomilomare. Now you're tired now. Women are great receivers.
Oh, wow.
Satellite dish, they will receive.
You
so, Alaye, they are the giver. So, if you, by the time you give rich place, they say, you don't give blood, join them. So, but jokes apart, you just kind of like, look at a lot of things and you're like, no offense, like, okay. All right. Like, plus ultimately when I lost my dad, I understood the true meaning of vanity. Okay. Like, because he left all these estates and all the money and everything. And me, I'm not even worried about property either. You know what I mean? Like, because that's how he raised us. Okay. So you just realize that if this gallant man that fought to the United Nations to keep peace in the world, if die. Like, I remember then we thought he had passed, because whilst they were doing rounds, the bullets had hit one of the UN trucks. Oh, okay. Or I think it was through the window. So it went this way and hit this guy. My dad was seated here and hit this guy. Wow. So my mother had already given them Yoruba film crying. Yeah, come here. All for her to now wait years after to come and do it again. But but knowing that he too can pass, I'm like, okay, so what is this? Like, people are like, and he's a good man, no fogunle, alaye, ko fogunle for am, ofile lo Nigeria. He didn't leave it for the kids, he left it and left. You get what I mean? So those type of experiences, I pray you don't have to reach that stage before you understand the point of vanity in life.
Amen, man. Amen. Let me hear you say amen.
But that's the fact. That's the fact. And if you want, if like be like a superstar, you're wearing designer and everything, like Nigeria is still very rubbish. Nigeria is still how it is. Get what I mean?
Rubbish now. You are getting there.
No, that's on it. On the good side, like a lot of things, like dude, there was a time where you couldn't have Nige.com now.
Yeah.
Or you couldn't have Legit.com.
Yeah,
There's a time .ng, sorry. There's a time you couldn't have that. There's a time you couldn't have independent people. Like where right now you can be on your social media platform and broadcast your own content and do all those things. We never had that liberty and freedom. Nigeria is growing. And it came with the Obasanjo era as well, the GSM. So as much as there are a lot of minuses that people may count with that era, thank God for the introduction of that. Because if it were a way more rigid government or regime, we're most likely going to be Chinese, North Korean.
Yeah.
We have internet, but we don't have internet. So yeah, I know, but it's also still just very crazy that I'm sitting in the Benz and the road is very bumpy.
Sad, man.
And so like, what's the use of Lamborghini for traffic, bros?
If anybody go buy Lamborghini for Lagos, man, for Nigeria, man.
Allah, why am I double? So yeah, those things, when you see them, it kind of like just resets you. Yeah, and you just refocus your stuff because a lot of stuff is pretty much not cool in Nigeria. Like, it's not cool. Okay. Yeah.
Wait,
like,
you know what? I know you have a lot to say about how things are going, but let me stop you.
Stop me, please.
Let me stop you. Let me stop you right there. And on behalf of everybody at Legit.ng, may your dad rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
With a strong man. From what you say, we know he was a strong man.
Yes,
he was a soldier, he was in the military, no?
No, he was in the police. He fought with the UN. He was a mobile police officer. And
okay.
Yes, we inherited weapons from him too, so don't play, boy.
Legit.ng does not promote the use of violence or any other such material.
But if you come and invade my privacy, it's not violence, so it's called protection. Well, I was sitting in the car in the US and the driver is white.
Okay.
And we're pulled over on the highway between New Jersey and Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Okay, I know there's a police station by the side of Harrisburg.
Like it's funny because the first time I went to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the first thing that came to my head was horror film. Because it's bush house. Bush. See, guy, it's so descriptive. Bush, filling station with 7-Eleven and missing person on the light pole. I'm like,
wow.
And the person driving me along that Jimmy, he's such a huge person. You know those kind of guys that when they are awake but they are snoring. So like they are looking at you and like, so.
Yeah, I know this kind of.
So in my head I was like, and I watched one from that year, wrong turn or something, wrong one. You're about cha. So I've been stopped by a white police officer who was saying, okay, so where are you from? I'm like, let me make this clear. I live in Africa. I don't live here. And my hands were in my jacket. And it's cold. So he goes, hands where I could see them. I'm like, but it's cold. I just told you I live in Africa.
Okay.
And he steps back. I pictured everything. He reaches for his holster, flicks the holster open with his middle finger and puts his index right where the trigger is.
Wow.
And says hands where I could see them. But because I know of the global things that have happened with black people in America, and I know say Nigeria, our government if you go apologize to them, say, "Am I binu omo shini?" So I know exactly what that was. So I was like, okay, so I'm reaching for. It says he wants to see my passport. In my head, you're not home at all.
Because you told me you're from Africa, I was already asking.
But no shaking shy. You want passport, Abi? So I'm reaching for my passport now.
You were saying all this like.
No, I couldn't tell. I would tell him. See this guy. I go tell him. How dare I make the Western world think Africa is advanced?
Okay.
I better be dumb. So
you
I'm like, so yeah. I like pay with local So I give him my passport and he goes into his car. And in my head, I'm like, it's not a license plate. You can't run it, but it's fine. Go and check. You try to share with it. And he brought it back. The same thing happened in Boston at the train station as well.
Wow.
How would you know that a man that lives in Nigeria, I went to St. Gregory's College, I live in Lafayette, I grew up in the barracks. I've seen police brutality twice that almost happened to me.
Wow.
So yeah, that's the new Africa. The African that understands that even whilst we're in Africa, only jealous here. And my family friend was shot in the chest. He was robbed of his groceries. So you'll be amazed. And I know the DJ that committed suicide as well. So you'll be, not that I'm a bearer of bad news, but you'll be amazed at the reality of things and how I never thought in my life that I know somebody will commit suicide. So this is the new Africa that understands that like, things are wrong. But then again, we're thinking right. We know what we want to do and what we want to become. So that's the record we're creating, and it's with, oh, can I say that now? Yeah, so Universal Music.
You heard it here first.
Yes, yeah, you actually heard it here first. I'm serious. This is the first place I'm ever saying it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like, people don't even know I have any affiliation with Universal. They suspect it, but they don't know.
They don't know, but you're confirming it now to
everybody.
Yeah,
because Africa is not just about Afro beats. Africa is all about thinkers. Like, you know, understand? If Egypt and Africa is the cradle of civilization, okay, pretty much.
So they say.
No, but what's catch them now? The first transplant of heart surgery was done between pigs to pigs, and it was an African that did it. But then they won't let you know all those type of things now, so they will jack it. Okay. So that's pretty much, we're doing that with Universal to show that Africa is not just about Afro beats. We rap, we think, we make music.
Okay, now let's talk about the state of hip hop in Nigeria. Okay. Some people go about saying hip hop is dead.
They are copying America. Hip hop didn't. Hip hop has never started to live in Nigeria. Stop all this thing.
Oh wow. Okay.
We're just like throughout our history, Junior and Pretty, Rugged Man, Mode 9, M.I. Abaga, AY. AY. Before that green, there was an AY.
There was an AY that rapped in Yoruba?
Yes, that rapped in Yoruba. That say, TV, Belu, Kinikon. Yeah, there was that guy. There's that green. Okay. Right, there's Olamide, there's Reminisce, there's Fino. If you check it, it's been within a span of how many years?
This guy's half been.
Yeah, so we're just breeding that culture. Since Junior and Pretty, there have been quite a number of people I've known, like Queen Change, DJ Abdullah, JT Tom West, rest in peace.
Oh, yeah. He used to rap back in the day.
Yeah, like Red MC. When I was a rat, I used to watch TV, and I was always interested in those things.
Okay, so that means, would you say those inspired you to become a rapper, or not the next Wizkid or the next Davido?
Not necessarily. I just liked what they did. Like, my uncle used to come home then when I was young, and when I'm watching cartoons, he would say to my mom, "Show me cartoon so." My mom would say, "Okukungbo." Right. So I've just always been that kid. Like when I was younger, my mom would play Yoruba film. I'll be so dead because I don't understand why somebody's trying to shoot and anything like this. Dude, I'm here. Why are you shooting the ground? Shoot this guy. So I've always had those type of. I didn't get it.
Okay.
Right, but yeah, I respect all those eras, but I don't think hip hop has lived in Nigeria enough for us to say it died.
Oh, okay. So we're still. So what would you say is happening to hip hop in Nigeria?
Hip hop is evolving. Like there's a new way. Before hip hop gangster, I will shoot you, kill your family, kill everybody.
My nigga.
Nowadays, right? Everybody wants to. Not everybody. Like it's true. It's also true for you to know that you're a human being. Okay. And when things hurt you, you probably cry. Okay. It's okay. You're a human being. Like, DMX don't cry before. No worry. I say where?
DMX.
No worry. If DMX don't cry, like everybody, Jaru, no worry yourself. All those things are like. So we know that because we're entering an era of humanity where you're more human. Okay. So hip hop is evolving. People will say trap. Let them do their own. If you're so the bad guy, you do your own now above everybody else.
Nothing like trap is doing this. Trap is every man have to get to.
At a point, bros, the hip hop that Dr. Dre were doing was frowned upon in the society because it was too violent.
Yeah, and I remember the president's wife then at that time, America actually came out and like made a proclamation against Ice Cube. All of them.
Yeah, exactly. And because it goes on to come and say, fuck the police, whereas true, middle finger to them now because a lot of corruption and there are not many people that don't kill mistakenly. I want to talk and die.
Where your dad is a police officer?
Guy, me and my papa, they yarn, where they tell us, guy, fuck up the deal. You know what I'm saying? But then he knows, that's why my dad always say, ma wa shodudu lale, and don't argue with the police officer, especially if you think he's drunk. He shouldn't be drunk. My dad stopped checkpoints before the government banned checkpoints. Oh, wow. He hated it. He really hated it. Like, ask about my dad. He served in Lagos, he served in Ibadan. Ask about everywhere he served. He's been a very diligent man. Now, my partner, all the banks say, Nigeria will share anything for you. We have contribute money to your banks. Now, buy boss, I'll give you officers and ammunition, and they'll protect you. And that's how the place became safe.
That was an OG, man.
Oh, super OG.
Super OG.
I asked him, I said, Boko Haram come out. So I said, I welcome them, and he shows me his Mossberg pump. He's not playing. but he's a real man, like he's a man of God.
Oh, okay.
My father passed from where he was praying. He said prayer for forgiveness 3 times, and he started to pass from there. And before they got to the hospital, he had passed.
Oh, wow. May he so rest.
Amen. Like, I mean, now he's giving me a bigger record to beat now. Like, how do you beat that?
Okay.
People want to die in their sleep. This man died praying for forgiveness.
So how
like,
you want
guy, yo, well done, Dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you heard the song, "You Rappers Should Fix Up Your Life," at that point, I don't know if I should say you had been quiet. Like when I've been putting out songs.
Yeah.
You had been quiet.
Yeah.
So when you heard "You Rappers Should Fix Up Your Life," that was part 1. And when you saw this new cipher, Emma and them did. You understand? And at the end, they said, you know, yo, that other cognate, this is how you spend your budget. And many people felt he was throwing shots at people you were affiliated with. How did you feel?
The answer to that question is, how are you with another brand and taking Hennessy shots?
Okay.
Like, how are you taking anything? Bro, says, yeah.
Okay.
I don't believe in, not to say anything derogatory to anybody's brand, because at the end of the day, everybody they try chow. But then again, they say if you go chop frog, we get egg now. Yeah. So like, I'm not interested in falsity or faking anything. I'm from Lagos Island proper. If it's hard, it's hard. If it's not, it's not. You get, but the truth is I never really listened to any of those records. I only heard about them. People are talking about them, yes, but I guess that's what it's worth, talkability. I would really pretty much just I'm concerned with raising kings and queens than raising dust. You know, so like, I want people to know that you can be a Nigerian man and think globally and effect change and let people start to think, like my fans think genuinely.
Okay.
They listen and like, yeah, this is what Victor is saying. Like, yeah, that. School not be the best thing for a lot of people because school serve plenty rubbish neither they teach. So the little you can enlighten people with, do that. But I don't.
This doesn't mean anything.
The energy is. It's not needed, guy.
There's no need for. Are you trying to say no need for a response?
I'm not saying there's no need for a response. I'm not saying there's need for a response. I'm just saying at this point that's not my priority. I'm not concerned about those type of things. Like. I'm Googling the age of consent in Nigeria, and he writes 11 years old.
I still cannot believe that.
That is on Google and it's on ageofconsent.net. But then again, I want to be beefing rapper. Like when an 11-year-old is probably being slept with somewhere, but then again, there's so much. They say, some people say it's 13, some people say it's 16, some people say it's 18, so there's in between the age of marriage and the age of consent for sex, right?
Oh, okay.
So those kind of things actually make me feel uncomfortable. You get what I mean? I don't...
So you rather spend your energy on talking about those things than...
Yes, and I'm not doing it because I'm fighting for the people. I'm doing it because it disgusts me as an individual.
Oh, okay.
And I may be wrong.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So...
Okay, but I can argue that being a rapper, some people say you should be able to stand up to any, even if it's the shorts are in form of subs or they are not, you should be able to.
I've had one of the maddest diss verses in Africa.
Oh, okay. Why don't you give us another one?
If it's necessary, we will.
So this isn't necessary, no need.
Bros, the last time I was involved in a diss, I was called out properly.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, like.
Okay.
So just
just
say Vector, you mad? Me? Yes, okay. It gets like, and I guess that's the way it should be because most of the beefs that has happened through history, Tupac, Biggie was just yes.
Was actually.
And I mean, I'm from Lagos Island proper.
So maybe they call your name.
Things will get worse. Things will get crazy. So let's not dabble into it and make.
If you want to come go all guns blazing.
Bros, let me focus on the Barrack boy. We're working on showing the world that Barrack people. We are having police officer. Let's focus on Barrack. Help our people. Yes.
So when is this album coming out?
The Teslim album. No, the Vibes Before Teslim is dropping June.
June, okay.
Yes. What's happening is we're doing that campaign. So we're launching the New Africa campaign in Austin, Texas at the South by Southwest.
You're launching the New African campaign in Austin, Texas.
Yes, we have to go and tell them first now. Say, I like African ball.
All I'm saying is, my passport, I get that one with it. That visa they give for 4 years. Now I never just get chance to go. So if you can...
So you get visa?
I get.
For Yankee, not to the sub now. We'll go now.
He has promised me, and my colleagues are here listening.
I promise you that we'll go.
You can continue.
So yeah, we're launching that March.
Okay.
So we're driving that campaign. Of course, it's a universal project, so it's not just about us in Africa, living in Africa.
Okay.
It's a universal project, so we're giving it from the outside in.
Okay.
So when we get back, we're definitely going to drop another single. Then we'll drop The Vibes Before Testing, which focuses on 7 energies.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us on this amazing interview. Make sure you follow Legit.ng on all social media platforms, and make sure you follow Vector. The Viper, he has an EP coming out, and he has a song dropping tomorrow.
Yeah.
But if you've not heard Be Happy with Daddy Shoki, please go and listen. Go and listen to that jam. Don't be smart to calorie.
Why not that part you don't always remember?
Nah,
Take
because
the Bamilole part.
I'm a child of God. When I say Bamiloli, I'm saying, come, the gospel can be shared better in the vicinity of my atmosphere.
In the vicinity of your atmosphere, the gospel can be shared better.
Yeah.
You're about to sow a seed.
I mean, guy will come over here. All right, guys, thank you very much, man. Vector, drop your social media handles for them quickly.
It's Vector the Viper. That's VECTORTHAVIPER on Instagram, on Twitter. That's the same. Yeah, so Snapchat is King Kong V, but I'm rarely on there. I try once in a while.
All right, guys, thank you very much. My name is Abisola Alaudi. Abisola the Great on all social media platforms. Thank you very much. If we bring the next guest your way, go home and be happy. Go home and be happy.